Well, here we are. We're done for the night. I'm not broke down. Don't worry. So, listen to all this fun stuff from today. So, dealing with some of these, I guess you'd call them, just dealing with some of these brokers, and they all have like their own apps or their own websites or whatever that they want you to sign up through and this and that. And they all end up posting on Central Dispatch anyway. So I signed up. Well, I had a Run Buggy account, but my insurance was outdated. So like, we need your insurance. That's fine, whatever. We'll get it over to you. Because I have this vehicle that, and most of the time when they're like, submit your insurance and we'll get back to you within X amount of hours, I just move on and keep looking for another car. But this car they have, it's in op, needs to be enclosed, and it is literally in the town that I'm going to be in tomorrow morning to drop this Mustang off, going back to the town next to where I live. It's too perfect to not try and get. Pays really well, and like I said, it's enclosed and in op. Got the winch. I'm ready to go. I'm set up ready to go for it. So I would say probably 2 or 3 hours goes by, and knowing I had time, I wasn't really stressing about it. They finally got me set up, and I figured out like why they wanted me to use their app and everything. I guess Bring a Trailer has something to do with Run Buggy. Maybe they line up transports for Bring a Trailer, because when you go to the order, I got it. When you go to the order, it says like Bring a Trailer ID, blah 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 this, and it's an odd amount of money. It like, it's not like $400 or $450. It's something. It's like 93. Like, what? So, anyways, there's one number on there. It says there's 2 guys that are listed on the for the pickup location. I don't know if they're partners or related or neighbors or what. But then there's one phone number. So I call the phone number, it goes straight to voicemail. So I send a text. The guy's out of the country, and he gets mad at me. He's like, I gave the original agent 2 different numbers. I don't know why you're trying to contact me when I'm out of the country. I'm like, okay, dude, whatever. So I'm still trying to get a hold of the pickup location, but I don't know if it's through Run Buggy or through Bring a Trailer, you have to put times that you're available to pick or to for a transporter to pick it up. So like when you go to it, this guy had like tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., which is perfect for me because I'm going to be there about 7 a.m. ish, and the town's not all that big. So how far away could I really be from my drop off to my pickup? But I'd still like to kind of, touch base with somebody, let them know I'm going to be there first thing tomorrow morning. But if I don't hear from them tonight, I'm just going to show up tomorrow and see what happens. Because Run Buggy called me, and I said I haven't got a hold of anybody. And they said that they would attempt to, but the customer had those times scheduled, so there should be somebody there to hand the vehicle off to me. We'll see. Anyways, I'm parked in Wilson, North Carolina's little Circle K here, and there is a goods transport truck here with a hopper bottom. I pulled in straight. There's pumps are back there, and I can get out, but I pulled in straight because of the way the sun was shining in when I got here. Well, I guess you could say we're on a wild goose chase. So nobody has answered for this in-op car I'm supposed to pick up that needs to be winched in and then closed. Nobody's answering. Guy answered yesterday that's out of the country and said call this number, and gave me a little attitude. Well, I called the number he gave me and it goes straight to voicemail. Sent him a text, no answer. Sent him an email. He said, I told you to call that number. I said, well, I don't know who you are, but I'm exhausting my options. So I have the address. We are going there right now. We're still loaded. We have to drive by this place to to get to our delivery. So we're just gonna show up and see what happens. Because there's another car I could potentially pick up, but it's farther. So I want to be able to just drop off and go get that one if I have to. It's a little less pay, but at least it gets me home. So, I'm taking something with me. We'll show up here. It's about a mile away. The Google Maps says it's a, looks like a storage kind of facility, but it's not like a traditional storage. It just kind of looks like somebody's personal storage. Not like, you know, one with a gate and you got to put your pin in, and then you got individual storage units. It looks like kind of like a makeshift one. So it's right up here. We'll see what we get into. Hopefully we don't get shot. Alrighty, well, we're making progress, boys. I showed up. I went to the wrong place, the wrong building, and asked the guy, I said, is this the address? He goes, no, that's next door. Are you looking for this person? I said, well, matter of fact, I am. He goes, well, I don't see his truck here, but he's usually here. So, and he said he thinks he knows which car it is. Hold on, I'm trying to get out of this person's driveway without messing too much stuff up. So he says he knows which car it is, but the guy's truck isn't here right now, but he's usually here and bang on this trailer door. So we're going to go deliver and just come back. And hope and pray that when we get back, the guy's here, or can, you know, just verify which car I'm getting. I mean, how many 1952 Pontiacs does this guy have? I don't know. I wonder if I can see the car once I get by this building, because they've got stuff everywhere, like boats off of trailers, and looks like a bit of a mess. So let's go get this Mustang delivered, and then we'll come back and just hope and pray we can figure something out. Alrighty, so I took a chance. Well, I got a hold of him, alright? And he said he'd call me when he was back. Well, this guy next door here told me that to look for a red truck. Well, I drove by and the red truck's here. So I just showed up. Sure enough, guy's here, and he's back there walking. He's gonna show me where this car is. Hopefully we can digging it out of the weeds. If we have to, it is what it is. Well, it's a beautiful day outside. You know, DOT's always worrying about us hotshots. And then you have something like this. You guys know dang well where this stuff is ending up at. South of the border. I don't know if they had this thing chained to this trailer or what, because it's a nice rig. It's got tow lights on it. Like it was being towed behind something. Anyways, we're out and about. We got wheel chocks. About to get the truck and trailer washed up here, pulled the magnets and everything off. The truck wash is right across here. If they're not busy, I'm gonna just go ahead and get this thing washed because I want to get the trailer done. And they don't look all that busy. So I had to get me a new phone mount, and I've been using the cup holder style. I'm trying to get the old one out because there's no real good mounting point there. So the one we got off of Amazon, I guess, was a little cheap and ended up breaking. So I went ahead and stopped at the truck stop here and got a new one. Yeah, I would say that one looks a little more sturdier than the last one. I don't know if I have the piece. Yeah, I do. Here, let me show you. This is a piece of the old one that broke. Focus. Come on, camera. So it's just like, and then had a ball with the little magnet mount on it. But I think it lasted about 3,000 miles. So this one should do a little better for us. Well, the truck wash didn't work out. They had a couple trucks in line, and I don't want to sit there and wait and then get here to pick up these beds while the guys are at lunch. So I kind of just want to get them loaded, and then I might wash the truck myself and just use a foam cannon on the trailer too. But I was right there, so I was just thinking about getting it done, because that place for, I think, pickup truck and trailers are only like 65 bucks, and they do a really good job. So it's kind of worth, you know, just paying 65 bucks instead of dragging everything out. And the soap I use is really expensive, but I love it. So if you guys are interested in it, I'll put a link down in my where I put all the stuff we use, probably the new top one. It is a true touchless one-step soap. Foam cannon it on, spray it off. There's no scrubbing, brushes, sponges, nothing needed. It works. And I have proof that it works. I wouldn't promote it if I didn't think it worked, because I even tried to do a brand deal with them and they told me no, but I believe in their products so much, I'm just gonna prove them wrong. So we're gonna have to use pretty much all 35 feet. So I went ahead and pulled all my straps out so I could flip my winch over, but I just had him use the forklift to help me get that spare tire up in there, because those things are heavy. And I like carrying at least one up in the neck, so I always have it, no matter what truck I'm pulling this trailer with. Well, figure I'll stop and get some lunch. This guy's unloading some cattle. Show you guys what we got here. One pick, 2 drops. This first one is 1 drop. These 2 back bodies are another drop. They're about 12 miles apart, up outside of Albany, New York. We're gonna head out tomorrow morning about 4 a.m. and get them up there. Perfect load of 35, 36 feet exactly, so it turned out good. Woo. It's a hot one out here, boys, but we gotta get the oil change on this thing. I could not get the oil filter off this thing to save my life, and it was hand tight, but I finally was able to get it off. And I just got to put oil in it now, and I'm going to check the trans fluid and top off the coolant. Everything else should be ready to go. It's heat index 104, so just got to get it done now. I'll show you something else I got to fix, which that's the next step on this. Hope she's done. She's ready for work tomorrow. 2-wheel drive problems. I pull it up on a block. So I had to replace the supplied hose for their auxiliary tank. I just got cleaned up kind of, so I'm not going to lay down there, but I am going to check to see if it's leaking. Doesn't look like it. So I put this 36-gallon tank in that I had refurbished. I got it for free, and the guy put the bung over here, fixed a crack where there was feet on the front, like there's 2 feet on the front. Welded new mounting points on the side, primed it, painted it, cleared it for me, just kind of fixed it up, and it looks really small in there, but being a short bed, it's kind of what I need. So the supplied hose for this truck, they sent me the wrong kit. So the hose is like, the interior diameter on this truck is, I think, is like 1.5 inches or 1 inch and, hold on, somewhere around 1.5 inches. Anyways, so I went to the auto parts store because the ones they gave me were too big. They were like real, so they give you a T-piece, which I might pop a picture up if I remember, but they give you a T-piece, and those pieces didn't even fit tight on that. So I knew that it was not the right size, so I got a little smaller hose. I got 1.75 inches and 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches I made work, but I was under there messing with that and got that fixed. So hopefully tomorrow, it's gravity feeding right now, and there's no leak. So hopefully tomorrow, when I put fuel in it, like in the actual main tank itself, hopefully it doesn't leak, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. So these are all ready to go. So supposed to have 3 straps on this, but these beds will bend if you tighten them down too much. So I'm just gonna run 2 straps, and it is what it is. If you put something in the middle here, it'll actually bend that bed with being aluminum. Then we got this small little dumper. Pretty sure there's, yeah, a bunch of hardware and stuff for that bed. And this bed go to the same place. And they're 12 miles apart. I just checked our drop off, so they're 12 miles apart. So got the truck washed. It's clean, kind of, for what it is. And all we really got to do today is get a couple bottles out, put our magnets on, and we'll be ready to roll about 4 a.m. tomorrow.